All
Oh,
right,
hey, can't
live.
see you guys there. Okay, I see you.
Hey,
Let's just give it a couple minutes for people to jump on. If you guys haven't already given StreamYard permission, go ahead and do that so that we can know who we're talking to better serve you. Anybody there?
hey, we got Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, what's going on, brother? Chris isn't going to be here tonight. He has a little princess party he's doing. So it's just going to be David and I tonight. Can you go ahead and put Jamie's comment up so that we can show them what it looks like? There we go. So this is what it looks like when you agree to the terms of StreamYard so that we can see who you are. Otherwise, it just shows up as Facebook user and we can't help you out. All right, well, it's been a minute and a half, so we're just going to get started. Most of you guys might already know me. I'm Liam, Navy veteran. I was a CTM in the Navy for almost 6 years until I got hurt. I ended up with a spinal injury that pretty much laid me out for the next 7 years. They ended up, the VA gave me so many narcotics and pills that it just kind of destroyed who I was. And as per usual, you end up getting hooked on that shit. So I knew I need to change and get out of the fog that I was in. So what I did was I just slowly started weaning myself off. I ended up getting to a point where I needed help to do that. When I went to the VA, they ended up telling me, hey, we're sorry that you're going through these withdrawals. I know it sucks, but if you want, I know you said that you're off of them now, but if you want, we can get you more. And I got super pissed about that. So after that, I went and I haven't been on anything since. It's been shit, 7 years now. Fuck. Time flies, right? So I ended up becoming an entrepreneur because I didn't want to work for anyone else after the military because I kind of didn't get along with civilians. They just didn't make sense to me anymore. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that. So, so I ended up on my entrepreneurial journey and ended up in Memphis, where I knocked doors for a home security company, and that's where it got me a real taste of the entrepreneurial spirit and what it meant to be an entrepreneur. I was learning about mindset and all kinds of crazy things that I thought were all hokey and stuff like that, but they ended up really helping me. And so I ended up at the beginning of the pandemic. I ended up not being able to work because I got sick from it. And so a couple months, I keep struggling online, and I ended up hooking up with Chris to figure out how to do the online stuff. And we clicked right away. The veteran stuff really helped out with that because it's kind of like an instant trust factor when it comes to that. So working with Chris for a while, we decided to build this group so that we can help out other veterans get from where we were stuck and get a shortcut to more success. So that's why we put this together. And that's a little bit about me. What about you, Dave?
So, for those of you that don't know me, my name's David. I'm a 5-year Army veteran, 19 kilo. Um, I had big plans when I was a kid, dreamed of being a soldier, was raised to be a soldier. I could land nav by the time I was 12. Planned to do 20, wanted to do law enforcement for 20 after that. got out of the Army on a med board due to a spinal injury. When I got out of the Army, I could barely walk. I did the old man shuffle for years. VA was like, hey, we'll give you all these narcotics. We'll give you these pain meds. We'll give you these pain meds. And knowing myself, I said no. I didn't want to risk becoming addicted to this opioid or that opioid or this narcotic or that narcotic. So I chose to look for alternative methods to get past my injury. So for years, I just kind of did the old man shuffle and went through life going, okay, this sucks, but I'm going to keep driving. I got lucky when I got out of the Army, picked up a federal job in resources. Yay. Um, yeah, went from loving it out in the field to sitting in an office with a bunch of military spouses. Wasn't what I wanted to be doing. And one night I was sitting doing schoolwork between studying and taking a mind break. I was scrolling through Facebook and came across Chris's ad for OVF. I was like, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was working on building my reptile breeding business. Figured, why not? I'll check it out. Applied to OVF, got accepted in, and was like, okay, being the skeptic that I am, I'm going to sit in the back and watch. Watched a few of the live streams, watched the content, and then out of the blue, Chris reached out to me. Had an amazing conversation with a veteran. 19 Delta, of all people. If anybody knows, 19 kilos and 19 Deltas are the best of friends, and yet we like to make fun of each other in the most idiotic and mean ways. We're like the brothers that don't get along.
So like Navy and Marines.
Pretty much. So we had a really good conversation. We bonded over reptiles. And, I came into the OVF family that way. And then after a while of, sitting there where you guys are, went through the OVF business breakthrough and realized that I had a bigger mission in life. And that was helping other veterans and seeing them succeed and better their lives. And I remember talking with Liam going, hey, I need to be doing more. And Liam told me, talk to Chris. So, and I had reached out to Chris, and Liam can attest to this. Apparently, I had the best timing in the world because at that time they needed someone to step up and help be a member of the team.
Spoiler alert.
Say what?
I said spoiler alert. I already knew.
Yeah, you already knew.
Yeah.
But long story short, here I sit before you, and it's been amazing just to be able to talk with some of you guys and see you guys grow. And every day it's amazing to be able to reach out and help other veterans. And it's been an amazing help, even to me, to be able to reach out and talk to some even veterans that I don't even know, that I've never would have never known had I not stepped up and been a part of OVF. So
the feedback's been absolutely amazing. I'm still shocked by it.
some of those messages, man, some of those messages leave me feeling all sorts of happy and fuzzy.
Yeah. Gives you tears of pride, That's not very manly to say, but yeah, it gets you all choked up. It's like, holy shit. Didn't realize that just my story and helping everyone out the way we are was making that big of an impact. Did you freeze?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, we're streaming somewhere we're not supposed to.
All right. So what during these times, especially this year in 2020, we've had all kinds of crazy shit happen. From the pandemic, the elections, the economy, and just going into the holiday season in general. It personally gets me really down, and I know it gets a lot of other veterans really down. I'm a sun worshiper, you know. I like the sun. If I don't get my allotted time of the sun daily, then I'm just a miserable fuck, you know. So there are some things that I do to manage that because I already know that it's going to be coming up. I already do things like doing my daily meditation, exercise, that kind of stuff to get the endorphins flowing and make you feel good. I take my vitamin D to try and help mitigate some of the lack of D I get from the sun. No, no dick jokes. And this time of year is just you really have to be careful and take care of yourself because you guys know yourself the best, right? David, do you get like this time of the year too? I know a lot of veterans end up feeling this way.
The holiday season's always been rough for me. It's especially ever since I got out of the military. I've never looked forward to the holiday season.
Hmm.
So it, it's it's a reminder to me of a lot of things that I really don't want to think
What do you do to keep that in check?
about. So a lot of what I like to do to try and keep my headspace in check um, is gratitude. I try to remind myself of the things that I'm grateful for. Um, I try to remind myself that I'm grateful for the fact that I can still walk. I'm grateful for the fact that I can still talk to my family. And, so I practice gratitude. Um, I practice meditation nightly before bed. And I try to take the time more so now during November, December to reach out, talk to friends from the military, talk to family, and try and reconnect with people that I probably don't talk to as much as I should throughout the year.
Hmm. How does that help you?
It's it helps. The talking to family and friends helps a lot. Being able to reach out and connect, especially if it's guys that I served with,
Hmm.
it helps to be able to just reach out and be like, hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a year. What's going on? What's new with you? You reach out and they're still there, they're still alive, they're still kicking. It's when you don't get that message back that I worry. But you lose contact throughout the years. Um, but the holidays, I worry for my brothers and sisters because I know how hard it is, and so I reach out. And that's why I reach out is to make sure that they're okay, make sure they're still alive, make sure they're still kicking, and they're not in a dark place.
Hmm.
Because I've been down that road. I've sat there. I've sat in this room by myself,
Oh,
and instead of allowing myself to sit in that hole and allow myself to go back to that dark space, instead of being in that mindset, I reach out and try to help other people get out of that mindset. And I remind myself that life is good. There's things to be grateful for, and there's things to drive on forward for the next day.
if anyone needs to talk to someone here, then we're always here. Just shoot us a message. We have no problem talking to you guys. Uh, Also, on that note, if you do need help and you cannot get help. You can seek help from the VA. The VA, I'm not sure if I've told you guys this, but I self-committed myself 2 times because I didn't want to do something I would regret. So 2 times I ended up going to VA. First time I spent 72 hours, and then the second time I ended up spending a whole week there. And the only thing that actually got me through that, the isolation of being through the VA, was my fellow veterans there with me. And just being with the other veterans was able to get me out of that dark place and make me realize that, dude, your shit you can manage. Some of these guys have way more shit they're dealing with than you. So that was my thing, my wake up call to tell me, hey, just go do your shit, you know? And I was able to do that, and I've been good for the last couple of years now. And so, yeah. Sorry, it's really hard for me to talk about that. I don't think I've ever talked about that before. David, I don't recall ever telling you or anyone here, huh?
No, I mean, I've self-committed 3 times myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have two attempts, two solid attempts under my belt, and one attempt where I called. I was lucky enough that my brother was in the area. I called him, and he came and picked me up. But I spent a total. Hang on, let me finish the math here. 22 weeks in the hospital at the VA.
Wow. So when we're not telling this for you guys to feel sorry for us or anything like that. We don't want you to feel bad about going there if you need to get the help that you need. But we just want to say that that's part of our journey that we had to go on to get to where we are now. So even though you may be in a dark place, you could always strive to get back to the light and become better than you ever were. I mean, we're living proof of that. We continue on this path to help you guys and all the other veterans that end up coming to the group, just because we don't want you guys to end up where we were. We've all been in dark places, and our mind is the worst. And the reason we bring that up is the winter. Again, the winter is a really dark time. And I think it really has to do with the isolation that we do to ourselves. So reach out to family, like David does, and just tell them thank you. I know you guys are thankful for something that they've done for you. Am I right? In the comments, I want to hear, what are some of the things that you guys do to get yourself through the winter or your dark times? I'm really curious because this can be a learning experience for everybody. Do you have anything you want to add to that, David?
If you're ever at a point where you need someone to talk to, if I'm not asleep, my phone's always in my hand or right next to me. Message me. I'll talk to you. I'll jump on a call with you. You know, you're not alone.
Nope. Never alone. Do we have any comments coming in?
Let's see here.
No one's issue is any worse or lighter than the next. Each veteran has their own demon assigned, and that demon knows specifically how to pull its warrior down.
Well said.
Great. And yes, that is well said. I have a list of friends that we check up on each other regularly. Awesome, Jamie.
That's great. That's great. It's great to have a list of friends or battle buddies that you regularly just reach out and say, hey, you doing good? You need to talk. What's going on? It's awesome.
Do you guys have any questions for us? We can answer any of the questions that you might have stirring on your mind. Dave, what kind of habits do you get into every day?
Well, I'm trying to get back into a workout routine. That's been a hard one to get back into,
Mm-hmm.
especially with trying to stay clean.
Okay.
But meditation is one that I definitely use all the time. But pretty much my habits are nightly meditation, work, and family time.
Yeah, family is very important. I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend and her kids here. So uh, that really lifts my spirits on a sad day and is a constant reminder why we have to do better. Every day can be a struggle if you let it, but you can also overcome that and rise to a new height that you've never risen to before. That's one of the things I love about entrepreneurial stuff is it is a crash course in your own mind, you know? You get to dive deep into who you are. And if you don't like that, the beautiful thing is you can change it. You can become anything you want to be. If you don't like some of your habits, change them. You don't like the fact that you get mad about a certain thing, fuck it, change it. Anything is changeable because of your mind. And once you open yourself up to the fact that you can change anything about yourself, uh, it is truly freeing. I realize that our brains really are just a bunch of computer code. And the one book that helped me unlock how to reprogram myself was Atomic Habits, because it for real teaches you how to just set everything the way you want.
Yep.
Just by, okay, for example, say you want to add a new habit. Some of the rules to make a new habit is you have to make it easy for yourself. And so you'll do something like habit stacking, where you'll combine your new habit with something that you already do. So say you want to take vitamins in the morning, right? Whenever you get up and brush your teeth, then you take the vitamins. The first couple of days is going to be where you have to remember, and then after a little while, it just becomes autopilot. And once that becomes autopilot, that new habit is fully established, and you can do that with anything. Say you want to go to the gym, right? You were talking about wanting to get back into fitness. The first step is making it easy. So, for example, if you want to go to the gym tomorrow, you would make it easy by laying your clothes and your gym equipment, everything in a nice, neat pile, so that one of the first things you see when you wake up, whether it be on your nightstand, your dresser, whatever, or even on the bathroom counter, because you know you're going to go take a piss, right? So that's going to be one of the first things you're going to see. So because it's in your line of sight when you first wake up, one, that's a reminder for you. Two, it makes it easy because everything's already prepared for you and ready to go. So you just have to do that a few times, and then it's going to end up becoming a habit. And it's a new habit that you created, and that will become part of your core programming for as long as you do it. And you can do that by replacing bad habits or replacing good habits with the bad habits as well. So that's kind of what I did with the smoking. Whenever I'd want a cigarette, I ended up going to the vape. And then I keep going down with the nicotine level, and then eventually I'll be off. So you don't like something, you can always change it. Have you realized that before?
30 days. Takes 30 days.
No, I meant, did you realize how easy it is to create a new habit at will?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are some of the questions we got coming up?
Let's see here. um, let's see here. Nicole, Liam or I will reach out to you after this video, and we'll talk to you. Let's see here, Jamie. Vitamin D lamps are amazing. I have one.
I've never had one. I should probably get one though.
Talk to the VA; they'll give it to you.
Really? Well, that's cool. All right. What else?
Let's see here. Well, thank you, Brandy.
I appreciate you, Brandy. And you are becoming more and more brave every day, girl. I love it.
Let's see here, Facebook user.
All right. We have a
Trails in
great,
Colorado.
awesome.
Colorado, jealous. Colorado has some great hiking trails.
Is
Kansas,
that you, Aaron?
flat.
Is that you, Aaron Rashkin? We have a surprise for you guys at the end.
Yes,
That's what we're going to tell you guys about.
We're getting there.
Yes. All right. So, Dave, do you want to get into 1914?
Absolutely. So one of the things we were going to talk to you guys about tonight was the Christmas Truce of 1914. I don't know how many of you guys are World War I, World War II buffs. That was something I enjoyed as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So the Christmas Truce of 1914. On December 7th, Pope Benedict XV requested that all fighting ceased on Christmas Day to allow the soldiers to come together and celebrate Christmas. Well, the powers that be said, no, we're at war. War is there for a reason. So the biggest story that's told is of a German soldier that walked out into no man's land. No weapon, no equipment, hands raised to the sky, yelling Merry Christmas across the trenches.
In a foreign language.
Yep, in the native tongue of the enemy. And the enemy was like, what is this guy doing? He walked clear across no man's land. And when he got to the other side, they got out and shook hands and started talking.
I would have been pissing myself. That guy had some balls to go out there.
He was swinging planets. So one guy walked across no man's land, yelling Merry Christmas in a foreign tongue, stopped the fighting in that area. And they came together and celebrated Christmas in the middle of a war. And some of the things that really kind of blew my mind when I was a kid and I was studying this was the fact that, one, it all stopped. All the violence, all the hate was done for a day. So you got to think about it. The French, the British, and the German were all fighting. Well, the French and the British were fighting the Germans. So, and what happened was they spent a day exchanging gifts, singing Christmas carols, playing soccer. They had joint burials. They went out together and buried the dead. Not just their own, but the enemy. And they did prisoner exchange. So guys who had spent months staring across no man's land, shooting at each other, throwing bombs at each other, dropping artillery on each other, spent an entire day together breaking bread, singing songs, and playing games, all across the front.
That still blows my mind every time I hear it. I mean, this is definitely not the first time I've heard it, but I love the fact that they were so civil in a time where they were literally mortal enemies. It's crazy to me that they could put aside their differences and come together for that one day just to have some joy. You know what I mean? We could probably take a real good lesson from that these days with everything going on. Just settle your differences and just enjoy life again, you know? I think it's cool, but it did kind of remind me of like a prison story where they're exchanging cigarettes and chocolates and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool, but I love that they're playing soccer. Soccer is definitely one of my sports. I prefer soccer over football. Yeah,
Well,
hate it or not, I do love soccer.
well, they call soccer football over there.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, American football is not my thing. I prefer soccer.
I'm a hockey fan, but let's see here. So, Facebook user, I don't know how to say Merry Christmas in French, and I ain't about to try. Just saying. I just Googled it. I took one look at it and went, no,
No?
no.
Oh,
My last name may be French, but I,
awesome.
but yeah. What did this? So I mean, it's a powerful story.
Hmm.
To get back on track here, it's a very powerful story, and I personally, that's something I try to think about every holiday season. Is these guys that are out there that stopped an entire war to celebrate Christmas Eve and Christmas Day together.
Why did you choose this story? Because this was your baby here. This is what you specifically wanted to tell. There's got to be a reason behind why you want to share this one today or this month in general.
I I always every December I go and look up this story again and refresh myself on it just because it's that powerful to me.
Hmm.
I mean, when I first learned about it as a kid and my father taught me about it, um, it stuck with me that an entire war would stop for a day, for a
Hmm.
holiday.
I think it's amazing. One of the things I read up about it said that it was one of the last acts of real, true chivalry in a
Yes.
war, which is freaking amazing. That was over 100 years ago.
Yep.
Sometimes I wish people could be more chivalrous now, but maybe not in war, not these days. You can't.
Unfortunately, no. But it's just it's something that I wanted to share because we all need to feel good once in a while.
Hmm. And that is a
And
very good feel good story for military and veterans alike. I mean, how would you feel if your enemy ended up saying Merry Christmas and wanted to do a truce when you were active? How
I
would that make
mean, I I probably would have sat there in disbelief and shock and awe if when I was deployed, if you know they came over like, oh, hey, look, we want to, Merry Christmas. Let's
you?
exchange gifts and celebrate your holiday, and then we'll celebrate my holiday, and let's have a good time. I would have been like, wait, what?
How hesitant would you have been?
Extremely. I would have been like, is this like laced with like LSD or like some sort of
Mhm.
drugs or is it a bomb or something?
See, I was never in combat. I was a stateside. I'm a stateside veteran. So you guys have a different experience than I do. But I can't imagine it being very easy to trust the enemy for something like that. So that's why when I hear this, it's a very powerful message that they just wanted to come together as people and forget who they were, aside from the fact that they're just people and you have to care about the people around you.
And they cared is the biggest thing. Is they it didn't matter that, you know, the night before they were shelling each other for however many hours they were out there in no man's land. They were brothers in arms. They were friends. They were comrades. Granted, the next day they went back to trying to kill each other. But
Yeah,
for that brief moment in time stood still.
that's still just so powerful to me. Do you want to start teasing what we're going to talk about? I want to hear some guesses on what we're going to
Well,
be.
I want to get
What?
we've got some time. We've got some time. Let's see what they have to say about this story.
Okay. I just want to see if we could get some guesses going because that's going to take a while to come in.
They can take some guesses. They can definitely take some guesses. I'd really like to get their take on this story.
All right. Put it up for us.
Let's see here.
And thank you, everyone, for not making dick jokes when I was talking about my vitamin D, especially with me being a sailor.
Oh, it's coming to Messenger, bro. It's coming to Messenger.
Oh, I bet.
Let's see here.
Don't worry, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you will. Brandy. So Brandy says unreal. Yes, Brandy, it is. Every time I read up on this, it does give me an unreal feeling that it happened. And it's, yes.
It gives me a sense of respect as well.
Yes, it does. Those were real men back in the day.
Mm-hmm. What do we have going on next?
Jamie says, gives me chills every time.
For sure.
Absolutely, brother.
It's just like when you're watching a movie and you see one powerful scene of someone sacrificing themselves for someone else. That brings me to the brink of tears. You know?
Let's see here. Let's see here. They had honor and respect for each other. Yes. Even in war. That during that one they did.
These
And then
days, a lot of people are lacking that honor. But that's why I'm thankful that most of my veteran brothers and sisters still have it. And that's why we have our mission here.
I do believe that's how you say Merry Christmas in German. I ain't gonna try it. You want to take a shot?
For our like wine honk? Nope. I mean, my last name is Weissner, but still, no. I can't even attempt that. German was not my thing. I mean, I did take many years of Spanish, but even still, I can understand more than I can even speak. I haven't been very good with speaking different languages. I mean, I had to learn a little Tagalog to get by in the Navy because of the uh, Filipino mafia and supply. But aside from that, I'm not very good with languages.
Yeah.
Oh, for real. I probably would have pissed myself.
There would have been some new trousers being needed. That's for sure.
Makes me think of Deadpool. Oh, good. He wore the brown trousers. Yeah,
And
you guys are
yeah,
seeing who I am.
Yeah, the shooting started after the holidays, but there was probably a lot more respect for the enemy afterwards.
For real. Well, so yeah. It shows that no matter how different you are from someone or group, we all have something in common. Just because you disagree with them doesn't mean you can't be decent and show respect. I could not have said that better.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
That is why,
I think
as long
yes,
as you show me the respect, I'm going to show you that same respect right back. You know, I don't care who you are, where you come from. As long as you're a good person, you're a good person. That's it. Doesn't matter. What's your take?
it, absolutely. I think there's a lot of people today that could learn from this story. They took the time to read it.
Anything else?
It looked like Chris jumped on here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in.
Nope. I see. Is Chris going to get on board with us?
I don't know.
Chris, are
I
you
mean,
coming to reveal your big reveal at the very end?
are you still on and listening? We miss you.
He's playing host for his daughter right now.
He's probably never gonna let us host another one, just the two of us ever again. We're having way too much fun.
Oh, you don't have to give it back to him. We can just keep it. It'll just be us now. That works.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, for sure. I
Absolutely.
mean, I love it. It's definitely a unique experience. I think everyone should attempt. It'll really show you how difficult it is to get up here and do this. And I want to give a shout out to every one of you guys that did do the go live, including you, David. You guys all had an amazing first go live, and I was in awe of you guys. I really love how you put your stuff together, you put yourself out there, you got over that fear. The fear is the toughest part about doing the go live because once you start talking, you start getting into what you want to share, then it becomes easier. And I told you how you get that fear in the pit of your stomach, right? And then the more you're going through it, you feel it start to dissolve away into nothingness. Is that what you experienced, David?
Um, honestly, when I was done,
Yeah.
I wanted to go chain smoke a pack of cigarettes.
That was your nerves.
Yeah,
Jamie had an outstanding live. I love the message.
yeah, absolutely. Jamie, your message was on point. Thank you, brother. From one animal lover to another.
Nicole, I
Yes,
know it was super scary for you, but I am so proud of you. You were able to overcome your fear and you got through that. You did an amazing job and you saw the feedback you got. Brandy, you as well. You were so nervous to do that. You had to psych yourself up for it. And there was so much feedback on your post. I saw everyone thanking you and supporting you. Every one of you guys had great support on all your posts. That should really show you that the message you're giving out to everybody, they really care about you and they want to show their support, and you guys were able to provide them that value.
absolutely. All of you guys did a phenomenal job. I watched every single one of them. And
Sorry, I was just reading Nicole's comment. Thank you very much. I had to knock back a beer to relax. I would have probably done that too, but I don't drink anymore.
yeah, I'm 100% sober.
Is that by choice or
Yes,
okay? Yeah,
by choice.
mine. I just realized I really didn't want it anymore. That was where mine came from. I was just like, nope. I'm not in the mood to drink anymore. You know what? Let's see how long I can do that for. So I just stopped drinking. Last time I had a drink was when I first got sick from COVID, and my manager from work, he's Haitian. So he brought me over this weird concoction of ginger root and all these herbs and spices in this tea mixed with this Jamaican or Haitian rum. That rum was fucking smooth, by the way. But when I was drinking it, that was the first time I had any relief from my chest congestion and I could breathe again. Man, that really cleared me right out. And I swear, I was buzzing real hard just from the first sip because it was hot like a hot toddy. So, and not drinking anymore, just having a sip of that kind of just put me right in my place. It felt great after. Awesome, Brandy. And I see Chris in here saying everyone did a great job on their lives and look at the feedback you got just from one. Now imagine if you keep going. So speaking of that, who is ready to continue their live series? Are you guys you're gonna do one? When are you gonna do
one? You'll just have to wait and see.
All right. I'm curious if anyone else is gonna continue theirs. Because you guys know the more you do it, the easier it's gonna be. Awesome, but awesome, Nicole. She says she's working on drinking and smoking. Yeah, I still vape, so that's
Smoking's hard
for me. I was at maybe 2 packs a day. And when I was on medicine, it was even worse. The VA had me on like 240 milligrams of oxy a day. So I was pretty much a walking zombie and stuck in bed because I couldn't walk. So yeah, that was no fun at all. Yeah. Facebook users said they would do one. I still don't know who you are, Facebook user. What you have to do is in StreamYard, you have to give them permission so we can know who you are. Cigars for Jamie.
Yeah, sorry. I can't give those up. I like a good stogie once in a while.
I got them all the time from customers. Knock on doors, hook them with home security. If there was a wealthy man that I'd go to, I'd always end up coming home with cigars. And I just give them to my manager because he liked them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We've had some weird gifts over the years.
Yeah. Well, Liam, it looks like we have someone else to add in here.
What's that?
We have someone else. Ta-da!
What up?
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super weird being a guest. What's up? You guys are crushing it. You guys are doing an amazing job. I really appreciate you guys stepping up and hosting here tonight, allowing me to just enjoy the night with the family, experience my daughter for her birthday. You know, everyone's left the house now, and I got a chance to jump on and just kind of catch some of the value you guys with the Truce. This has been an absolutely amazing go live, and, you know, just stepping up, both of you, being the first time you're really running one on your own. I just want to give you guys a huge shout out. This has been really an awesome experience to watch from the outside. And everybody in the chat right now, if you guys think, you know, these guys are doing an amazing job, show some love. You might not have done this before, so you might not know just how challenging this could be the first time up, especially with new software, new topics, nerves, things like that. So give them a huge shout out. Let them know, you know, they did an amazing job here tonight. But with that being said, I came on for a very specific purpose. As you may have seen this morning, we've been dropping some hints. We've been doing this for a little while now, and I'm very, very excited to share with you the thing that we're going to be implementing into the group as our new members gift. But of course, as all of you being members of this community, you're getting access to it instantly right away. As soon as this call is over here tonight, you will be able to click a link and actually utilize this resource for free right away. So I'm really excited about that, guys. And for those of you guys who don't know, when we launched this group back in September, what I had done is I took everything that I had learned and used and taught Liam and what he's been implementing and helping teach, and really just stripped it down to the things that, two main things that could really allow any person who sat down and was serious about starting a business and making money online could actually implement and start seeing great results. And the first time we did one of these was back in September. We had people getting literally sales the next day after doing it. We've had people getting sales in their first week, first month, and obviously people who get no sales, but those people who don't take action. And so, I just want to be really clear, no results are ever guaranteed, but those who hustle, those who work, get results. And there's plenty of them on this call right now. So if you've worked with us, if you've experienced what I'm about to talk about, as soon as I drop it, guys, share what you have gained from it. Share with your fellow veterans, your fellow OVF members, so they can gain from it too. Because here's the thing. We've been doing these in small groups. We've been dropping the value, and it's just been probably one of the most transformational trainings, transformational things that we have done since we've gotten started. And we want to be able to have every single veteran in this group have access to it. We don't want to have you guys limited and have to wait for the next one to roll around. And so what we did, special for the holidays, even if you want to call it that, we saved it for the holidays. We took the one that we thought we did really the best on. We cut it down. We, edited it so there was no gaps, because we do take breaks because it is quite a long training. And what we did was we put it together. We compiled a recording of it for you. And now we're giving it away to every single veteran member of the OVF, every single veteran who wants to start a business, that maybe wants to join the OVF. We're going to be giving this training away. And so for those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about the business breakthrough session, or the business breakthrough training that OVF runs, that Liam, myself, David, David came in through a breakthrough training. He got to know us. We got to know his wife, his businesses, the things he's doing through one of our first breakthroughs. And now David's up here helping host these and bringing value to the veteran community and running businesses. So, if you guys, and I know there's plenty more in the chat as well who have gained from this. So if you guys have gained value, if it's allowed you to, excel your life in business, let us know in the comments right now. What's the business breakthrough done for you? And we're really excited to give this to everybody. Now, I want to be really clear with you. This is a bit of a long training. It's going to take discipline to sit down and absorb it all. It might even take you multiple watch throughs. If you're anything like me, when I first got started, I watched some trainings maybe a half a dozen times before I really got it. But here's the thing, and I'll be 100% transparent as always. If you take the time to go through this training and really take it serious and work out the exercises and implement the skills that we talk about in the second half, in the consistency part, you will absolutely be blown away with how you can change your life using a digital business. No matter what industry it's in, no matter what niche you're promoting, no matter what product or service you have, what we do is universal. These principles are sales and marketing through and through, no matter what you're doing, and they apply fully. So with that being said, let me know in the comments if you guys are excited to get your hands on the OVF Business Breakthrough for yourselves. No more wait, there's no cost, no nothing. It's all for you, and utilize it and blow up your business. But let me know in the comments who's excited. What do you guys think?
Is that the birthday girl?
No, that's the youngest. That's Mace. I'll close it off. Or if you can hear him, then everyone can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of jumped in the office quick. Didn't even close the door. But we got some people that are saying I'm down. Yes, I'm down for sure. So much yes. Fire. Yes, please. Can't wait to get started. So people are getting excited. Facebook users in. So I'm gonna let the guys close this out for you guys. I'm gonna pop back off. I'll make sure that this training is available and ready for you guys right in the gift section. Jump right in as soon as you're done. Don't waste any time. I'll tell you right now. you could watch this training tonight, implement it, and have sales as soon as tomorrow night. So take it seriously, guys. It's here for you. It's our free gift. Happy holidays. We really hope that if 2020 wasn't a good year for you, that never happens again. And these skill sets are going to ensure that 2021 truly is the best year you ever have. With that being said, guys, pop me off panel, and I'll see you later.
Awesome, guys. I just want to thank you guys for spending your time and bearing with us as we go through our growing pains of this new experience that we've gone through. We kind of went a little too fast in the beginning. So thank you for spending Thursday evening with us. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me, David, or Chris. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. David, you want to say anything? You want to say goodbye to these fine folks?
Again, thanks for spending the night with us. It was awesome for you guys to come out and hang out. Thank you again for putting up with our shenanigans.
I'm waiting for the dick jokes.
You'll get the dick jokes. Don't worry, they're coming. They're coming. But again, thank you, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend. And go out and crush the next week, guys.
Check out that training. It's really going to help you out. You'll hear Chris go over a lot of great things, and you'll hear me going over some of the things I use as well. Thank you all, and have a great evening.
Night, guys.